the whole entrepreneur. And so she's going to be talking to you guys. Woo! Limitless. Y'all remember that movie, Limitless? Yes, that was one of my favorite movies. The formula for a limitless life. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give it up for Dr. Rashida Johnson! Yes, come on, shoes.
Everybody want these shoes. I'm ready to take them off. But I won't. We're gonna keep it classy in here. All right, how's everybody doing? We're gonna bring the energy up a little bit. So I want to talk to you really quickly about building a formula for building a limitless life. So that may mean something different to everybody. If you take like 2 or 3 seconds, those of you that have a pen, just write down what your limitless life looks like. Someone else was here, they said 2 or 3 years from now, where would you be? What would you be doing? You would obviously be taking advantage of what it means to build limitless. Limitless means the sky is not the limit. There is no limit. That my life, I do what I want, when I want, with who I want, for however long I want.
Yeah.
Hello, somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that resonates. So I want to introduce you to somebody. There's a young girl that grew up in rural North Carolina in a small town. The population was 1,100. 2 stoplights. And at 8:30, one of them blinked. Right? She was raised by a single mother who worked sometimes 3 jobs to take care of her and her younger brother. In that environment that she grew up in, she assumed that there were limits to what she could do. Not by what was said, but by what she saw or what she visualized in that environment. There were caps to what we could do. There were limits. If you didn't have money, you didn't what? You didn't buy it. Come on, y'all know that I'm from the deep south. If you didn't have money, you didn't buy it. So there was nothing about leveraging credit. There were no fancy homes, no fancy cars, no silver spoon. This young lady never knew her father, was adopted at 39 and a half by an amazing individual who has taken care of her the rest of the way. But she never knew her father, and by the age of 16, she had her first child. Then at 19, the second child. And she understood that hard work was necessary and that it was going to be a part of her life, because in that environment, she was taught amazing work ethic, integrity, and to do what is right, to follow the steps, to do what is right, attend church, be a great person, be kind to all people, right? So by the age of 19, she found herself working a full-time job with 2 small kids and going to community college at the same time. Thank God that that young lady had a mind that stretched beyond what she saw and the environment that she was raised in. So at the age of 21, she packed up those 2 little kids and she moved to sunny South Florida, Miami to be specific. That young lady went on to have a 22-year career, become a C-suite executive for a multi-million-dollar corporation. Yes. She pastored a church and received a doctorate degree in 2018. I am Dr. Rashida. So what I want you to know from that introduction is that you don't have to be a product of what you're taught or the environment that you're raised in. You become a product of what you believe. Yeah. So the bag that I'm going to talk to you about today, building that limitless life, is not the bag that you think. You know, everybody's talking to you about. Get the bag, right? Wear the bag, buy the bag, secure the bag, confiscate the bag, however you get the bag, right? It's all the bag. And that has its place because we know the bag is where our money is. It's where our financial well-being resides. But in reality, we have to understand that there's some parts of the bag that we are leaving behind. We're not talking about chasing money. We don't chase money. Look at your neighbor and say, I don't chase money.
I don't chase money.
Money comes to me. Money runs me down. I attract it. See, because we walk in rooms that cause attraction. So money is attracted to me. So I don't want to talk about the bondage bag. You know, the one that you go and you spend too much money on and then you in bondage because you got to go to work to pay for the bag. Who wants that kind of bag? No, what we're going to talk about today is believe, aspire, and grow. That's the bag that you've got to have to build this limitless life. The number one thing is believe. If you don't believe, You have a problem because the great writer himself, the great author of our faith, Jesus Christ himself said what? Only believe. So you have a responsibility to your future and your goals to do what? To believe. What stops us from believing? It's one word. It's called fear. Anybody ever been afraid of something? Yeah. Y'all talk to me in here. Fear, right? Yeah. What I want to reveal to you today is that fear in its core was never designed to control your spirit or your soul. Fear was designed to control your physical body, to give your physical body information that says you're in danger. But what happened in this fallen world that we're in is that we allow fear to take over up here. And then it gets in our spirit, and now we're afraid of everything. We just spooked, right? But we've not been given a spirit of fear. We acquired it. How did we get it? How did we get it? How did we get it? By people saying no to us more than yes. By hearing no more than yes. No, don't do that. No, don't go there. No, you can't do that. But we have to practice saying yes more, even to our children, so that they don't have a limiting belief called fear. Fear was not designed for you. It was not. It was designed to keep your body safe from harm. So when we have fear, we develop limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs have to do with what we believe we can't do because of external circumstances. What are some of those things? Rejection. How many of you have this little thing that happens in your gut when you got to tell somebody what you do or what you sell? Go on, raise your hand. We're just going to get delivered in here today. Come on, tell the truth and do what? And if you know it, then you ought to raise your hand. How many of you do not share with people that come within 6 feet of you in this post-COVID world what it is that you do? Well, I, like Taria, and like my mentor in the room, spent some time in the network marketing space, and we learned right away, if somebody comes, back in the day it was 3 feet, if somebody comes close to you, then you talk to them because you have something to share. But because of your past experiences, you are scared to tell people what it is that you have. That is a limiting belief that develops from fear. And rejection, you're afraid of the no. How many of you in here have a problem with no? Some of you won't say no. You won't tell people no. That's why you can't work on your goals, because you're busy working on somebody else's. I see you smiling at me because I know I'm in the room. I got a gift. Sometimes I have to use it. You are afraid of the no, so rejection is another limiting belief. The next thing that happens is you think you're too short, you're too tall, you're too fat, you're too skinny, you're too black, you're too light. And so now you have societal expectations that limit your belief in yourself and in your goals. But let me share something with you, and this is for free. The reason that you're still worried about they that won't support you is because they don't believe that you believe it. Until you believe it, until you show that you believe it, people will not come and support you. But I promise you right now, you can write it down, you can put a date on it, you can sign your name. If you start to show that you believe in yourself, in your product and what you're doing, if you begin to tell everybody, when they, whoever they are, because we don't really know who they are anyway. Y'all know we don't know who they are. They don't have no name. But I promise you, if you do this, if you believe, show that you believe, the people that are not supporting you right now will have to pay more to gain access to you when they decide that you're worthy of their support.
All right now.
You have to show that you believe it. The next letter in our bag is acquire authentically. So many times, and my dad calls it mascara therapy, so many times we are hiding behind who we think people want us to be. Come on, somebody talk to me. We got on a mask, or we're speaking, or we're trying to hide our accent. Yeah, I'm from North Carolina. I don't care what you think about my accent. It's what it is. Right? We're hiding, so we don't aspire authentically. What does that mean? That means my aspirations and my goals have to do with who I am. They speak to who I am authentically. So what happens there is when you feel the fear, what do you have to do? Do it anyway. How do you break it? How do you get beyond it? You have to do it anyway. And when you aspire authentically, if y'all are watching social media, this generation that was born right now, Evelyn's generation that was born, they don't hide anything. They don't live behind no mask. They don't. They put everything on social media. They have no filter. What are they doing? They're living authentically. They're being who they are. So let's take a page from their book. And when you write goals that allow you to do you. Because guess what? If you write goals that allow you to be yourself, you will get more done.
Yes.
You will get more done. Yes or yes? Yes. You will get more done because you're not going in a direction that doesn't belong to you. Ooh. You're not going in a direction that does not belong to you. So you owe it to yourself to aspire authentically. Steve Jobs said it like this. If you want to do great work, then you have to do what you love. And if you have not discovered it, keep looking. In order to aspire authentically, you have to be doing what you love to do. This is what I love to do. I love to inspire. I love to teach. I love people. I love to help. I love to work. It's what I love to do. So I have no problem getting on a plane, coming to Houston, and carrying Angela's bags. I don't have no problem doing that. She knows that I have no problem going around the world, taking care of my dads. I have no problem. I love it. I enjoy it. It's what I love to do. So it does not take me outside of myself. I love baking. I can bake some cookies that'll make y'all call your grandma right now. I'm trying to tell you. And that cake, let's let it be known.
That sounds like an invitation.
Okay, it's an invitation. All of it's an invitation. You can go to May's Bake Shop. Okay, listen. But the reality is that if I was somewhere and I had to be a mechanic, I had to work on a car, it would not be something that I wanted to do. Aspiring authentically means I avoid comparing myself to other people. When you compare yourself, avoid the comparison trap. Say comparison trap.
Comparison trap.
Why do they put blinders on a horse in a race? Because he don't have time to look to the left or the right, because we want him to get across the finish line. If he spends time looking to the left or to the right, what happens? His momentum slows down. Many of you would get across the finish line quicker if you stop comparing yourself to other people. You are not like another influencer. You're not like the other realtor. You're just not. You're different. And what you have to do, what you owe to yourself, is to find your niche. Find your micro niche. What makes you different? What sets you apart from everybody else? What makes you different? Although I'm a realtor and there's a million realtors in Houston, what makes me the one? Oh! Come on. You need to write that down. What makes me the one? And you need to discover it, because that's your authentic self. The last letter in our bag is the G. Grow graciously. Taria was just standing here talking about gratitude. If you keep a posture of gratitude, great things come to you. Doors open. Seed is sown in your life. You don't have trouble trying to push or sell product when you keep a posture of gratitude. Gratitude also expresses humility. It means I'm thankful for my journey. You remember that little girl I was telling you guys about from that small rural town in North Carolina? Every adversity that came became fuel to the fire. People told me what I could not do, where I could not go, and I was like, did they just say I can't? So let me figure this out. I didn't go and ask anybody. I went to figure it out. And I learned that I had to be inspired by others. How do you do that? You read, you put yourself in rooms like this, you find out how somebody else overcame some of the same things that you went through. That's the way you take that posture of humility and gratitude and apply it to what you're doing. You are not an island. You are not out here by yourself. Growth is not an individual process. Growth takes all parts of matter to make it come to pass, right? Grow in grace. Give yourself grace and take the stress off of you. Now let's take this bag and apply it. Gymnastics, there's a huge team of competitors. They all have a responsibility to a different thing. They may be on the floor, the bars, whatever it is. But let me show you something. They all are there and they all believe that they can win. Do you believe you can win? Yeah. Do you believe you can have a limitless life? Yes. The next thing is they aspire authentically. They only worry about their sport. They're not worried about anybody else. They don't care about the other competitors because they have a goal, and that's to win. The last thing is they grow graciously. And they grow graciously because they listen to their coach. They know you have to be coachable. You have to be teachable. You've got to be able to be mentored by somebody else. The greatest mentors have mentors. The greatest coaches have coaches. Grow in grace. The goal is to win. But the GOLD in this life is to live limitlessly. When you want, where you want, with who you want, for however long you want. I am Dr. Rashida Jackson. And because you are here with us today, I'm going to give each of you a free downloadable journal. For the women, it is called Birthing Your Purpose, and for the men, it's called Write the Vision. Go to my website, IamRashida.com, that's one E, and I will send you your copy. God bless, and thank you for your time.